Hi guys, this is Lorraine Lopez, and this week Lorraine Lopez loves Martha Lay. You may not know her by her name.
Zero people do.
But she has a meme account that's amazing, and if you want to follow it, it is Dizzle_Saint_James. You probably are already following it because everyone I know is following you.
No, that's actually the reason nobody follows me, because the name is ridiculous. And like, what is that?
What is that name?
It doesn't, that's the problem. It doesn't mean anything, but it's just a nickname. And it basically means that nobody can find me. And then when they see me, they're like, I think that's like somebody's personal account. So I don't get
Interesting. It's weird because you're looking to find people to follow you with a name that people have a hard time following. So is that, I don't...
That's a strategy that I'm not following.
So that's cool. Like, I like that. It's like you're not making it easy. So the people that follow you, they did their work.
They really wanted to, you know. They
were forced.
They searched.
They were not.
They searched high and low. Yeah. But yeah, it's just a nickname. And I always randomly would always say St. James, like at the end of everybody's name. Like if you're in trouble as like a kid, I'd be like Lorraine St. James.
Yeah, that's cool.
Again, makes no sense. So.
Huh. And then Dizzle, was that something from like Snoop Dogg?
Yeah. You know, I just stole that directly from Snoop Dogg.
had a feeling about that. But I know Martha and I have known each other for, I can't even tell you how many years.
Don't.
Martha,
we don't need that color commentary.
I'm not going to do that. I don't try to do that either. Yeah. But Martha is my soulmate. Yeah, no, I love Martha so much. She's like honestly one of the funniest people that I've ever met in my life, which is
You do say that in front of a lot of people, and then it's like a lot of pressure.
I'm like, and go.
You'll say something funny right now.
And also, when we were talking about this podcast and like arranging stuff, she started emailing me from a weird email, which I had never seen before. It was jordanta@gmail.com.
It's Jordan Ta.
Sorry. And I was like, who is this? But I knew it was you.
Yeah, it was me.
And apparently it was her old go-go dancer name. It was her go-go dancer email. I didn't know that go-go dancers needed an email.
Look, I didn't
personal email account.
I didn't know I was getting roasted this whole time. This entire time. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I think my phone had an update, like against my will, because I woke up one night and like I'd been logged out of literally every single thing, which is super annoying. And then also like when I texted people, it would come up as Jordan Ta. Jordan Ta. And everyone's creeped out and weirded out. So sorry.
I love it, by the way.
Yeah.
Also, I have been a witness to you go-go dancing.
Is it not as great as I imagined?
Martha was... I'm not trying to make this a roast thing, but I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe what I saw. I can't believe people paid you. No, she would send you... Okay, by the way, we have Heather Stone in the room as well.
Woo!
Who is... She is a psychologist, and
she is.
She's a psyod.
Her degree is technically a PsyD.
A PsyD.
Did I say that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. Not a zygote or whatever we just said, but she is like the Barbie doctor.
Wow.
I'd like to call her that. Yeah.
So if you can chime in whenever, she will give us her knowledge, her input and her knowledge based off stuff that we're talking about.
Yeah. She's watching us now and just taking,
analyzing us.
Yeah.
It's very awkward.
She sees a lot of personality disorders going on.
Yeah.
And
no, when she was in college, I was one of her people that she would test stuff on.
Oh, yes. I also have been tested by her. She did the Rorschach test on me, which is just like the splatters and like the art.
Oh yeah, I had that one too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't feel special anymore.
Like me too. I think she told me I was the only one, to be honest. Okay, cool. All right.
Oh, sorry.
Well, let's talk about like the meme stuff. Like, how did you get into that?
I think it was just like accidental. I started following them like forever ago, you know, when Instagram was first incepted. And then somebody named Trevor told me that I was funny and I should start making my own. So then I started doing that. But that was back when like memes were like the random pictures that you would find in Google with just like a caption over it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's also
Wow.
aging me at this point. But
So you did start from the beginning.
kind of, yeah. I mean,
That's
like
so cool.
it's been a while. But again, it goes back to the terrible name that it hasn't really like caught on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I really enjoy it. It's like a creative kind of outlet, and it's just a lot of fun. It's an easy way to connect with people in the same way that you do stand up. It's like, not that I'm in a room. The pressure is very different. I have so much respect for you guys. You know, like I could never do that. But it's the same kind of thing, just connecting with people and putting your content out there and being made fun of every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like
It's
that.
like hard. Like for me, when I try to do a meme, it could take me days. One meme. So I can't imagine. And I've heard that from other people too. Like stand-up comics are like, fuck, it's a lot. It's like it's a different. I don't know. I'm not good at it.
Yeah, well, I think it's like it's an exercise in like writing, just the same way
Yeah.
that like you're obviously writing for stand-up memes, my kind of memes, not like the ones that people just like copy and over and repost. But like I think memes in terms of like what you see on Twitter that are like kind of posted everywhere, it's kind of like a different form of writing, but it's
Mhm.
just more I think it's like the opposite where like I'm trying to make it short.
Yeah. just
And
getting
yeah,
to
I
the
think you
point.
guys
I try to
as,
make
like-
make it a bit, make it a
yeah, like
stretch it out.
I think you guys stretch it out, and I try to make it like, hey, I just want a cheap
All right,
shot.
okay, cool.
I want a one shot like laugh and like
That's so
it.
good. I'm gonna try to do that.
Yeah, I've thought about that for your Instagram page, like taking bits from your stand up and then putting it into like meme format, just so like people get like tidbits of your humor,
Yeah.
just like right when they see your Instagram, that kind of thing.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to do that. But you know, the stuff that I have done, I'll send them to all my friends, and it's like a little too personal, and it just probably makes me look bad.
Yeah, it crosses the line.
It crosses the line. It's not like you're talking about other people. I'm talking about like some crazy fucked up shit that happened that weekend.
I think that's like kind of the vibe nowadays though. Like the more relatable and transparent you are, the more people like appreciate you, to make them feel better about their own lives.
Yeah,
Basically,
okay.
you know, that's what our jobs are.
I saw this one.
Nowadays.
There was one meme, or it was like a video meme, and it was this girl, and she says, "Now that I have a boyfriend, I can't hang out with all my hoe friends anymore." I gotta say bye to my hoe. And then the video was her like saying goodbye to her hoe friends, being like, "Oh my god, this is the worst." Like it was like, but I loved it so much. But it was in my head, I was thinking that I don't have any hoe friends. I'm the one.
You are the.
I am the hoe friend. I'm
They're
the one.
saying goodbye to you.
They're saying, yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I was like, oh, if I could make this the reverse of that,
Yeah.
no,
You're definitely not the hoe friend.
no. But I'm also just the crazy one.
Yeah.
Like you would think that.
I do have a lot of anxiety hanging out with you when when the expectation is like, we'll go out at night, because it's kind of like you never know where the night will take you,
Yeah.
which is also your winning quality as well.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
But is there any nights that you remember that were a little too crazy for you?
I mean, generally speaking, I think every night that I stay with you, if I stay the night at your house, I'm like, I need to pack, a gun. I need to take a like an energy, like relaxant and an upper. Like I need to like take several drugs. I just like, I need to be prepared.
Yeah.
But the one night that stood out, like Lorraine and I have known each other for like over
over a decade.
like almost 15 years.
15
probably.
years? Oh gosh.
We're getting there. I don't think we've ever gotten a fight except for that one night where you were like trying to start a fight in a pizzeria to like stick up for your friend, which was so cute. But I was like, this is the kind of I'm ready. This is the shit I prepared for, because Lorraine will start a fight in a pizzeria
Which is so weird
in
because
Hollywood.
I'm not like
You didn't start a fight. You were sticking up for somebody.
But normally I'm not. I'm like, I mind my own business. I'm not a violent person. But for whatever reason, you have seen me in that way several times.
No,
You're the only person.
You've seen me like that too.
When?
Has she not?
Okay, so one time we went out and this guy came up to me and he was asking for my phone number, and he was quite young.
He was 28. I'm just kidding.
He asked for my number, and I don't remember. I forget, but like, it was like kind of like be nice, but then I like told you. I don't remember the story. Can you tell me?
I think he said something to you like, you told him your age, and he's like, I love older women, or like something about older women. I misconstrued it as him.
Oh, and then I told you, you're like, what did he say? I go, oh, he said he liked older women. And you were like, what? You got so pissed off.
Yeah.
You went up to him and you're like, if you want older women, I know where you should go. You should go to PCH.
Yes, there is a bar near where I live called 333, which is not there anymore. But it's on PCH. And I was like, you need to go to 333 if you want cougars. And you and you had to be like, that's not what
I was like, please stop.
all.
I was like, hey, I was shocked. I was like, whoa, calm down. I was like, I was actually flattered, and
it was very sweet of him, and I literally took it off
you took it to the next level.
cliff
You
for no
took it
reason.
to the next level.
But that's my signature move.
Yeah, I don't feel like you've done that again.
I'm just like shocked that you're saying that, but I definitely like Heather has seen me do it like many times. But it's really more.
I think you're just always trying to protect.
Yeah, like if somebody messes with you, like I literally will see red, and I cannot like control what I say or do. But if it's for myself, if somebody like messed with me, it's not necessarily like that, because I'm like I deserve it probably in many ways. But like if somebody messes with my friends, yeah, it's a little different. So,
yeah, me too.
Yeah. We're the same. We are
the same.
We are soulmates.
That's so weird. I'm starting to realize that like the people that you're super close with, you think it's because you're not the same, but then you are the same.
Yeah.
Do you think that as well?
You're like, can I
just said that.
I think you're
plagiarized me.
You're just validating exactly what I stated earlier.
Yeah, I just realized that. I do that a lot. I don't know why, but I think it takes me a while to soak in. And I'm like, oh yeah,
process.
You're
everything.
right.
Yeah. No, we are, and I think it takes like. It's one of those things where like friendships take like a decade to reveal all the different situations that you'll be placed in with somebody to really show you like, damn, like we're the same, like, or I love you, or like you've got my back, or whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Those friendships.
Yeah, we're crazy.
We're insane.
I'm trying to beat up a.
That's why we have a psychologist friend to like be like, hey, here are the meds you should be on that you're not taking.
Yes. What is there something that you can give me right now? I'm trying to last all day.
Well, no,
we got a late lunch to go to.
She told us that that's not psychiatrists prescribe meds, not her.
Okay, so you prescribe or you don't prescribe?
No prescriptions. So, like, why are we even here?
I knew that before this. Yeah. So what was all that shit earlier?
What was all that? What was all that talk earlier? What was all that Adderall?
I saw a bag of stuff.
Yeah.
And a prescription of how to take it. All right. Why don't we let's get into this topic, but
sure.
Let's talk about
Keanu.
Keanu Reeves, like that whole story. Like, what do you think about it with him, with his girlfriend Alexandra Grant?
Oh,
and they're like that whole situation. How do you?
I adore him. He is my after Ryan Reynolds. Like, you have to be a certain age to like crush on Keanu because you saw him in like Speed and you saw him in like The Matrix, the first one. Different movies like that. Like, you have a boner for him. Otherwise, like, what do younger people know him from?
I mean, can we admit he's still super hot?
No, exactly. And I think there's actually a whole like conspiracy that he's like immortal because like if you Google it and wait until you're trying to fall asleep at 1 a.m. to Google this, to go down a rabbit hole. But if you Google it, there's like a whole conspiracy that he's like a vampire and doesn't age. And like there's pictures from people from like the 1800s that look like him. Yeah. So yeah, he still is gorgeous.
Well, I think that's the situation though, is he's 9 years older than his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh my gosh, he's like a saint. But you're like, dude, I don't it's not as crazy. But I think the situation is that he looks so good.
Is that the situation?
The point is he looks so fucking hot.
Yeah.
Just kidding. No, but he looks like so young that like even if he's 9 years older, he looks 30 to me.
No, he does. And it's because we're older than that. Not to, put too much out there, but
there's a button here, and if you want to
just censor that whole part. No, he's perfect still, and he's like obviously the nicest human. He's America's sweetheart. Everyone loves him. And I actually like posted something on my Instagram about him dating her because I woke up and I saw it and I was like, oh my fucking God, I love him. And he finally has a girlfriend. He's happy because he's like made comments about being lonely, and I thought it was so cute. First of all, I researched it, and they've been friends forever, and they've collaborated, and she's an artist and an author and all these like amazing things. So I like said like, oh my God, I love that this is like the kind of woman he's with.
Yeah.
And I did get a couple comments like, oh, well, no, actually she's 9 years younger than him. So if this was reversed, he'd be a cougar. And I was like, oh, I wasn't even like talking about that, but like,
yeah, you're saying like that she's
amazing,
does a lot of amazing cool stuff,
and he's amazing, and like I'm just happy for them. But yeah,
no,
I think
that's wonderful.
There's a lot of like
it's just so weird. It is just sad, like it is, and you know what? I'm a part of the problem because it is. It's just ageism. It is, and for women, it's so hard. But it is so nice because people are making a big deal about the age thing. It doesn't make sense, but like she's beautiful.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
It's No,
and she's even more beautiful because she doesn't try to like stick to these standards of beauty. Like she obviously doesn't color her hair, and I don't know if that's even natural. Like she's like gray, but like I think she very much just carries like this like very different,
graceful.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's exciting.
So yeah, good for you, Alexandra. Good for you.
Yes, girl. Okay, I should have said that. Another thing. So Martha is very scared to sleep by herself in her place or any place. She likes to be sleeping with someone.
This sounds a lot. This is being framed very differently.
Okay, she's also married, so I'm sorry, guys. She's married. But no, so when her husband's out of town, she thinks it's a good idea. She has a 2-story place, and she will sleep in the front room on the couch with the door unlocked. And open. Completely open.
I've evolved since then.
For years, she's been doing this. She also lives in Orange County. It's a lot nicer out there.
Yeah, I do live in
safer.
I do live in a much safer area.
But one time you spent the night at my apartment, which is close to Santa Monica Boulevard.
I'm sorry. And
sketchy area.
Yes.
But you came home early.
Look, I don't want to start an argument.
Left the door. Oh, first of all, there's also roaches on the street of Hollywood.
Yeah.
She left the door open. She was sleeping like just in her little in underwear, and I was like, I couldn't believe it.
I would never be sexy like that. I'm probably in the clothes.
No, she was like chips everywhere, just smothered Doritos.
Yeah. But yes, I apologize for that. But then again, it goes back to you being a wild, night owl, and I couldn't sustain myself the whole night, so I went home earlier than you.
Yeah.
Back to your place.
Yeah.
And then I clearly passed out with the door open, and that was
so crazy.
That was problematic. But yeah, I'm alive. Nothing thus far has been,
I do think you and I should have been dead a long time ago.
Of the three of us, I don't know how. I don't know how we're alive. We have a guardian angel out there. It might be
Definitely.
Keanu. He's watching over
Yeah,
our
I like to
shoulders.
think that. That's beautiful.
Yeah, we're very irresponsible, but
Very responsible.
at the same
It's
time,
really weird.
it's a really weird combination.
And also, people wouldn't know that because I know we talk about this a lot, where I say that I'm an introvert.
Oh yeah, and I don't buy it.
And she doesn't, but I really am. But you've only seen me, when you have a soulmate, they just get you. So I don't have to, I don't know. You've just seen me as who I am from day one.
Oh, like an angel baby.
Yes.
Yes, totally.
Yes. Duh. But normally I'm like super, super, super shy. So when I try to express that, you're like, "Shut up, bitch."
I know, and I
Like, okay.
no, and I want to ask you that because I feel like I can be insensitive to people that are trying to tell me those things, and also in the same thing, like I have like my husband and friends that have a lot of anxiety, and I also think I'm not that, like, I don't cater to that as well. But yeah, if you're an introvert, I shouldn't be like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
Girl, I saw you taking photo shoots at 2 a.m. last night in New Orleans. So sorry
Yeah.
about that. I shouldn't dismiss those things.
Yeah.
But if you are an introvert, I'm glad that, like, once in a while you come out of your shell.
Yeah, it's just like, what's
know,
your mouth?
Every day of your life when you're fucking being a gorgeous, like, actress
Yeah.
and comedian. Like,
Okay.
sorry,
stop.
I was
Okay,
confused.
stop.
But
But what would you say you are? Because sometimes I feel like you just get along with every person.
that's not true.
Okay.
Just kidding, it is.
Elaborate.
No, I'm just kidding.
You really do. Like, every single person, when I say, like, that's why. So we are going to get a late lunch after this. And every person I cross paths with, and they're like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm meeting up with Martha. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love Martha's, like, one of my favorite. Like, every single person.
No, do you
You have
literally know?
made a mark on everyone.
Stop. Do you know that literally your friends actually give me anxiety because they're all, like, models and actresses and beautiful, and, like, I drink around them and I feel like I need to be cool, and I say things that, like, don't make any sense, and then it'll keep me up at night, like,
Really?
weeks
That's
later.
so weird.
Yeah. Like, I think after your comedy show, we went to somewhere in Malibu with some of your
Yeah.
friends, and I'm sure, like, I've lost sleep over that night because I said some, like, embarrassing
You know they were blacked out, right?
No, and
I was like, they were not present for the show.
That's always the hope, right?
Yeah,
That's like,
you're like,
oh, fingers crossed. Like, they're out of their minds, so, like, they won't remember any of this. No, I love your friends, like, and that's actually, like, so special about you is, like, you attract the best people. Even in LA, I'm like, oh, you would think, like, these people would be, like, awful, and they're all, like, so nice and, like, great to talk to, and I wish I could be up here more to, like, see everybody.
Yeah, get up here more, man. What's stopping you?
I know. Because I need to lock the door at night.
Yeah.
That's the
True.
problem.
That went over my head. I think I'm buzzed now.
Are you okay?
Didn't eat much today.
I didn't either. We're so excited for brunch.
So excited.
We're very basic.
We're going to Connie and Ted's, which is I don't know what it is, but it's supposed to be. She's dying to go.
I've seen it on Yelp like a million times.
Really? Okay, cool. And I'm excited.
And I think I've just driven past it. It's like a cute. It's like a
cute.
diner
I've always wanted to go too. I've never been. It's gonna be
Let's do
exciting.
it.
It's gonna be exciting.
Yeah.
Like our late lunch of 3 is now a party at 12. It's my bad.
That is like something we did bond over in our days when Lorraine and I met, and she was a Hooters waitress.
Mm-hmm.
We used to go to this happy hour that had like $1 oysters.
It was crazy. I mean, we would eat. What else? The other thing was like peel and eat shrimp, and it was like 25 cents a shrimp. It was.
Who does that?
Everything is change. It was change, pocket money, and we would go crazy.
Yeah. And
That they were not a business.
Yeah.
I
We don't know why. Who knows?
They should have raised their prices. Okay, that's a business.
It should have been 50-cent shrimp for sure.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
Those were the fucking days.
Simpler times.
When I met Martha didn't want anything to do with me.
Oh my God.
No, it's true. I was like, I think a couple, like at least a year, I thought we were good friends. And I don't think you knew.
I wasn't on the same page.
You were like, we've only known each other for 6 months. I'm like, Martha, we were friends for 3 years.
Lorraine did like, first of all, you're pulling me into your podcast world. You've also pulled me into your acting world where you made me try out for a commercial with you.
We did, yeah. Do you remember how that went?
No.
Okay, I don't either.
Well, we did. Well, I know we didn't get the part.
We did not get a call back. We didn't get a. We did a second audition.
Zero interest at all to use us.
No.
But I feel like the commercial was gonna be more of like an organic, like, oh, these are real friends from real life.
That's what they were looking for. Yeah.
We didn't pull it off.
I think we were so awkward that we were just like, we don't.
Yeah.
We don't. Hi, how are you?
I was like, I've only known her for 6 months.
They're like, these bitches are lying. They just met. They're not friends.
Yeah, they met on Craigslist. They're trying to do this as a scam.
You know, I took my mom and my dad to an audition once, and we killed.
Wait, as a family?
As
audition?
a family.
That's cute.
Yeah, it was like Wells Fargo, and we were like, I was supposed to be graduating from college. And I had, I graduated from college, and that was a big deal for my family. So we had to reenact that. So I was like, woo, jumping. And then I hugged my mom and my dad. Okay, this is so crazy. My mom and dad both cried in the audition.
Stop.
Yes. Yeah.
That's so sweet.
And then I was like, then it made me cry, and they were just hugging, and we like had a real moment, and it was so beautiful.
That's gorgeous.
So we had a call back, and it was between us and 2 other families.
Well, they're gonna make you battle it out like that? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's
sorry.
not
Am I
words.
allowed to cuss on
Yeah,
this?
you can.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
But the second audition, I don't know what happened. I fucked it up.
We crashed and burned.
I fucked it up bad. And then so for whatever reason, the first time we were like talking normal, and the second audition, I mimed everything. Like I was like, and then my mom and dad were like confused, like, why is she doing that? Why is she talking? And I fucked it up. And ever since then, my parents have been very bitter. They're like, remember that one time Lorraine fucked up that audition?
It was their chance at stardom.
Well, we were about to go on a trip, and it would have been a lot of money.
Oh.
It was a national commercial. The 3 of us, imagine how much money we would have made.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's always next year.
It was, everything works out the way it's supposed to work out.
Yeah. I feel like your parents might have become celebrities and become divas, and like
it would have turned them. It would have turned them. They would have ruined us.
Yeah. The family would have been fighting for money.
It's not worth the money.
That residual.
The residuals.
What is it called in acting again? Is it residual?
The residuals.
Okay. Yeah.
It would have destroyed us.
It sounds like your bond is very strong over there.
Yes. Now that we are fighting for pennies, we are together again.
You are one unit.
One unit, baby. Let me get to my notes. You just got married. What?
That was a year ago.
I know, but that's so pretty new. Yeah, but we had the discussion about, like, what do I call you now? Like, I don't know, you know? How's that going?
It's going swell. I hate, like, paperwork and, like, the DMV and all that stuff. So, like, I haven't changed my name, but I have to do the Googles and like
do the Googles.
Yeah, I have to figure it out.
So you want to change your name?
Yeah, I think I actually changed my name on my like marriage certificate, so I think I like have to do it. I don't know how it works.
Has anything changed since? Have you just like went AWOL since? Like some, because I hear that like they're like once you put a ring on it, that just like you just don't care anymore. You're just like going crazy.
I mean, it sounds like you think I've let myself go since I got married, and if you're trying to insinuate that, you are correct. I really don't care that much anymore. Just kidding. No, I try to, but it's also like I'm just older and tired, and I work a lot, so like I don't necessarily go crazy to like try to keep it sexy, but you know, I do things here and there.
That's nice. What are the things that you do to keep it spicy?
Ooh, you don't want to know. I'm just kidding. We go to Applebee's. I'm just kidding.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
I think we're pretty lucky because like we live in a fun area, so we're still able to do a lot of like just like date nights and still like ride our bikes places and like.
That's fun. She lives by the beach.
Oh yeah, I live like 10 minutes from the beach, so we still do like the same old. We don't have like I don't really have a lot of gems of wisdom to give yet though.
Oh, okay.
It's still like I think the first year's supposed to be really easy.
Yeah.
So like ask
Well, you
me-
had a great. It looked like he did a whole birthday thing for you. That was cute.
Yeah, that's from a lot of like pressure and guilt trips.
So those are the tips I need.
Oh,
the
okay,
guilt. Yes.
guilt, reverse psychology. Just kidding.
Perfect.
Yeah, no, he did good, but it definitely is like, me being like, hey, like, what are we doing? We don't get a lot of weekends.
Yeah.
'Cause he
So you're
works
prepping
weekends.
him. You're
Yeah.
prepping him to know that that's what is the plan.
Yeah,
What are you planning?
I groom him.
What
yeah.
are you
I'm just
getting
kidding.
me?
No, I do that, but like I also always want to be like the easygoing person.
Yeah.
So like I'm never going to be upset if you didn't do something,
Yeah.
but I'll just hold it against you.
Yeah.
for
Perfect.
years silently. Yeah. Ask me again in a couple of years. I might have more advice, but it's kind of easy right now.
Yeah. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well. We're going to go to most embarrassing story, which I don't know if this is the right way to say that, but the disclaimer is she told me her most embarrassing story before
Like 10 minutes
this,
ago.
10 minutes
Yeah.
ago, and I had to veto it because it was too crazy and it's a little much. So we're going to go to your second embarrassing story.
There's so many. I can't even catalog all of them. Like, you might know them. I mean, I'm with you for a lot of these years where I've done so many humiliating things.
I don't know.
Okay.
Because you're embarrassing. That one embarrassing was crazy.
It's out of.
But other
this
stuff,
world.
normally, I think I'm just like, I'm maybe not phased by things anymore.
You're so used to me being embarrassing that it doesn't even register. It doesn't register with you. I don't know if I have like embarrassing. I'll tell you something that was like sad to me that I did that like felt like degrading.
Oh, gosh.
Is that not the same thing?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
No, it's just that like I went through like a bad breakup like before I met my husband, and I think like one of the nights when we weren't together anymore, I like missed him, and I went back to our old place together where we lived, and I like knocked on the door hoping like we could like figure things out, and then like it was only like 3 weeks later after we broke up or something, and like a girl answered the door.
Oh, God. Wait, you said 3 weeks later? 3 weeks or 3 months?
Let's call it 3 weeks, because 3 months is probably giving myself too much credit. Like I think he literally I literally think we broke up and he was like with somebody else the next day.
No.
How embarrassing is that?
And
And
so what did you say when you answered?
I mean, I'm psycho, so like I literally stormed into the house because I think I still had stuff there, and I hope I feel bad for the guy because like I think you guys all know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, we do.
But like I don't want to like just like rat him out, but obviously we broke up because I caught him like trying to have a threesome in his emails with like 2 girls, and then so when we broke up and then I stormed into the house, I was like, did you fucking meet him online? Are you one of the girls he's like having threesomes with from Craigslist and blah blah blah? And the girl was like, I met him at Maggiano's.
What?
I was like, sorry, ma'am. So anyway, that's embarrassing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
That's a
because
lot.
they both were like, this girl is batshit crazy. So that's a tidbit. There's more.
Do you, and this is just something that I feel like maybe I've never talked about, but like in situations where you're you're married and happy and great, but do you ever look at his shit? Is that something
The
that
old
just
guy?
yeah, just to wonder what he's up to? Is that a thing that you've done?
I probably have, like, probably not in any, like, recent times, but I'm sure for, like, years later I was, like, just chucking up and stuff, too. But, yeah, I'm like, I don't know. Online stalking is just, like, it's just such an emotional suck if you get into it, so. What is that? Oh.
You're stalking him right now?
No. I look at Time Hop, like, and Facebook will just remind you of something embarrassing, too, you know? So, like, she's showing me something I texted her from, like, Facebook from, like, 10 years ago.
What was it?
It's just...
Anything good?
Well, I used to post, like, song lyrics.
Was it during the time?
Probably. It literally said... The thing she just showed me was a quote that literally said, "I've been a fool for lesser things."
Oh, wow.
Like,
deep.
what? Why would I
You know
ever
what? That's
stop?
my problem.
Just somebody just tell me not to do stuff like that. You're not a friend.
What? I don't remember that.
Okay, that's
No,
fine.
but I sometimes, I love to go on Instagram and I, like, save things. I bookmark.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
oh,
I
yes,
do
I love
too.
this, love this. And in my mood, if I'm just in, like, in bed and I can't go to sleep, I will post those things, but it's so obvious. And that's what we do, and people fucking hate on it all the time. But it just happens, right? Isn't that... But it is. It's like I'll just say something crazy, like, you know, you're single, like you're calling it out. You're single.
Yeah.
You're calling it out. You're lonely.
You're thinking about
calling it
somebody,
out. You're
some
heartbroken.
asshole.
You're
Yeah.
calling it out. You're horny. Just kidding. It's just like an open book. It's crazy.
That's what
And
it
people
is.
know. People fucking know.
No, people want that nowadays. Nobody wants that, like, facade.
No one wants that fake,
Mm-mm.
perfect. We all want to be like we're all broken.
Mm-hmm. We want the nitty gritty. Right? Totally.
Right, guys?
Yeah, we do.
Also, haters. What about? Do you have any haters?
I have 0 haters,
Wow.
which is impressive.
Like I told you, everyone. I can't imagine anyone that does not like you.
Oh, that's so sweet. It's hard for me to imagine as well.
Yeah.
No, I don't post anything that's, like, controversial, though. Like, there's definitely things I would like to post, but I just think, like, it's not the time or place, and there's enough commentary into all the things happening in the world that, like, I don't necessarily need to be that right now. But I do get torn because I feel like I should be commenting on things that sort of, like, garner hate and be prepared for it, but, like, I'm just not doing it right now.
It's just timing. Whenever you feel like there's something that you're like, I have to talk about, then but it's like no reason to force. Like you said, I do feel sometimes I'm like, well, why am I going to talk about politics or certain things or like Donald Trump? Because first of all, that's just not my thing. Yeah. But also, if I'm super passionate about something specific, but a part of, for me, comedy is kind of like to forget. It's so overconsumed and it's such a joke that, like, I would like to just, like, I can't, no, I'm the same. But I do think, like, some people feel like if you have like a platform, you should be doing and you have a forum, and I totally agree with that. But, like, me too. Timing. The dark time will come.
The timing will come,
we're
people.
Still, dick pics.
I'm talking about dick pics. I'm talking about
butt plugs. I don't know. Yeah. We're talking about the facts.
We're covering the basics right now.
The basics.
Yeah, and then
the basics that people are not talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. Our job is to, like, make people feel like they're not alone. Exactly. Right? Someone to relate to and feel that they're not, like, the only one. Yeah.
But so I'm doing it again.
Hey, message. Hey. We're, but just so you guys know, we need a little love too. Like, we put it all out there. Why don't you guys return the favor? Yeah.
Like, subscribe to this podcast.
Like and review, please. Thank you.
like and review. No, but really, thank you for tuning in. I'm not closing up the show, but I just have to say, I really have had a lot of people message me and tell me that they like it, and it really means so much.
It does. I'm, like, so proud of you.
I'm so proud of you too.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that you're on here.
And I'm so happy. Like, I feel like you make me do things like this that take me out of my comfort zone, but it's always, like, fun. And I'll never get a call back, but it's fine.
No, you have to come back and co-host.
When what?
You have to come back and co-host.
Wait, what was this?
Well,
I thought
you
was
thought
I
you
not
were
This is awkward. I thought that's what we were doing.
No, you're like, I'm interviewing
guest.
you. You're a guest.
I felt like I interviewed you as well.
Oh, I talk a lot. I'm sorry.
You're always being interviewed.
Yeah. No, but when there's a co-host part sometimes. I am seriously buzzed. Why is this a part of every show? I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Nolan said you're the only one who brings notes. So
I
that's
do,
impressive.
because I have to.
Yeah.
Let's see. What is your love language?
Ooh, all of them basically, but I don't know. Probably getting me buffalo wings and ranch. That's one.
Pretty easy. It's very specific. Gifts.
No, I probably like words of affirmation. Yeah. That's one. And then like, physical affection. I don't know. I think like my husband is like definitely like. He gives love by acts of service. And I'm like, I don't want that. Like, like let the trash sit there. It's fine.
Yeah. So he thought he killed it today. Yeah, he threw the trash out.
Yeah, no. He's the best roommate ever. I'm disgusting as a roommate. But like my love language to give is also like the same as what I want, which is like not always what you should do, right?
Yeah.
I haven't read the book.
Yeah, it's short. You should read it. It's like 70 pages.
Is it?
Yeah, no, but it's good. But wait, what is your love language? What do you do? What do you want? You want
yeah.
You said all of them.
He said all of them. I like just like physical touch and then like words of affirmation. Yeah. I don't need gifts really. I'm not like there's like nothing that I really want except for a dog, but like that's it. But I think I also give that same thing, but that's not what.
But it's not relating to him.
Yeah.
So does he? So he doesn't give you words of affirmation?
No, he does.
Oh,
I think he tries to now. And it probably feels really unnatural because he's like a cold, like English person. Yeah. So it's probably like he's forcing it, but he does now.
What does he say?
He said the cutest thing the other day, and I like don't want to embarrass him because I don't know, his friends probably will see this.
Really?
But he, we were like falling asleep, and he always like tells me like whatever, like I love you so much, I love you more than anything. Aww. All this stuff, and then he was like, I love you more than the day that I met you. And I was like, well, you didn't love me the day you met me. And he's like, I kind of did. I know.
He kind of did?
I was like, that's so cute. How? Yeah, because I think like after our first date, he always tells me like he knew like he wanted to marry me.
No.
And all this stuff. And I was like, oh my God.
From the first day?
Yeah. I put out. Just kidding. No, I didn't.
No.
I didn't. Literally barely anything happened.
Oh my God.
But it was really cute. I'm not taken aback by that kind of stuff very often. I thought that was so cute.
And when did you know?
It was like 8 years in. When he proposed, I was like, I guess, yeah. No, I mean, I've loved him. Like, he actually is like the reason that I like was able to be okay from like that other relationship where I like showed up at the door. Like, I felt like, thank God for him. Like, I was in like such a bad place. And, like, just being with somebody that makes you feel good about life and is, like, easy to be with and makes you happy every day, like, that's so rare. So, I can't remember when I knew, but it's pretty early on. It wasn't the first day.
Wow.
That's creepy.
Damn. No, but I always think Betsy told me, I think she knew the third date. Yeah.
Ooh. Do people have like an interaction that makes them like know? Or is it like, oh, he had like this magical penis?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like to do that.
Oh, you're so honorable. You wait till the 20th date?
I'm abstinent, okay? So I really wanted to get to know someone.
Yeah. I want to love somebody for their money, not their, like, genitals. Oh, my God, I'm going to get kicked out of here.
Just beep. I'm just kidding. No, but but when people say things like that and they're like, yeah, I knew in the first day or the third day, it makes you think. For me, I've done that. There was one other time where I was like, this was a while back, but I was like, I'm gonna marry this guy, guys, I think. And this is the thing where you have to really trust your friends, because my friends were like, don't say that. Don't you ever say that. Shut up.
They're like, you're gonna wake up thinking so differently.
They're like, don't ever say that again. And thank goodness they said that, because when I had friends tell me that, and I was like, whoa, you're right. What was I thinking? And it ended like the day after. It was like not anything.
Oh yeah.
But I felt like an idiot.
Were you just drunk, or what was the situation?
No, I wasn't drunk, but I just felt like maybe I had met someone that I felt that there was potential for a future, and I think I just liked the way that he was treating me.
That's really sweet. That's a bummer that he's the best. That's a bummer. It did not work out.
No, it's the great thing that it did not work out. But I will. It's hard because I do that sometimes. But I get excited.
I will say though, like, I feel like there is a lot of pressure when people say like, "Oh, you should know by the third date," and blah blah. Like, I'm kind of a fan of like the slow burn, where like you meet somebody and like maybe it's not like fireworks the first day, but like you get this friendship and you get this connection that kind of like evolves over time. So
no, I agree. I think it does take a little, especially if you are an introvert
like myself.
It takes you a while to get comfortable. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm just kidding. No, it's not.
But it's true. I do think it takes a while.
Yeah.
And then also, if you have your own issues, other people have their own issues. So like, it's not just gonna be like,
no. If you guys have issues, call Heather. She'll test you. She'll let you know.
Yeah. For sure.
I think you'll find the right
one. Thank you. I like it always ends at that, or like, so there's potential. All right, cool. So let me see if I missed anything.
I think you checked all the boxes. Like,
I checked all the boxes.
I said all the most embarrassing things I could ever say about myself.
You didn't say that many embarrassing things.
Okay.
But I will say that I asked Martha what would she like to drink for the show, and she said White Claw.
I said that.
She's like, sure, White Claw. She's like, I'm easy, just White Claw. I'm like, White Claw is like you can't find a White Claw for hundreds of miles. It's sold out. It's sold out, man.
Oh.
I tried.
I literally was trying to fit in with like LA culture and like be like White Claw, whereas at home, I would have just had like Prosecco or Tito's.
Is White Claw not big in Orange
Tito's
County?
Vodka, please sponsor me. It's nice to.
Oh yeah.
No.
Well, what's it called? Sponsors you?
Nobody. Literally.
No one sponsors you?
Nobody.
Okay.
I think I did. I've done random ads, if that's what you're inferring, but like nobody sponsors anything.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I sponsor myself, and I'm tired.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
Very tired. Very tired. All right. Do you have any life lessons or tips that you can give anyone in the meme world, in the love world, in the sex world?
What kind of loaded ass question?
And the humanitarian world, global warming. If you have any tips to how to save the world, what we can do, you just let us know.
Can we do that in part 2?
Sure.
But it was thank you for having me on.
Do you want to just go ahead and say your Instagram again? And anything that you want to talk about to save the world. So
my Instagram is Dizzle St. James, and there's nothing I want to talk about. I just want to say that like I feel like as people that are creating content and comedians and writers and whatever, like we just want people to not feel alone and to feel like, oh, you have somebody that you can relate to, and that, you know, it's not all doom and gloom out there, people.
Yeah.
That's it.
We're all just humans.
Yeah. We're all struggling.
We're all just humans, but also some people think that I'm an alien. Next week on Lori Lopez Loves.
To be continued.
Yes. Well, thank you for coming. I love you so much.
It's
You're
so
one
much
of my
fun.
favorite people in the world. I'm
Me
so happy
too.
that I could share you with all the people that listen to my podcast.
Yay!
Thank you guys for listening. This is Lorraine Lopez Loves Martha Lay.
Oh.